Hey everyone, it's SGOla Man, and welcome to another video game review. This time we're going to be reviewing the adventure game from Devolver Digital and no code, Observation. Observation is definitely one of the most unique games I've played in quite a while. So the whole premise is that it is a sci-fi thriller that takes place on the spaceship Observation, where you play as the AI named Sam, and you help one of the crew members basically slowly retake the systems on the spaceship to figure out what happened and where the rest of your crew is. And the story it tells is really, really good. It has great writing, and it's also a very tense game, and it's helped by the atmosphere that the game creates. It mainly takes advantage of a lot of the lighting in the environments, and the environments themselves, as you can see, are also really well done. This game was made by No Code, which is made up of a lot of veterans that worked on Alien Isolation, and you can tell like I said, the environments are gorgeous, the lighting's really good. The UI itself was made by the same guy who made the UI in Alien Isolation, and it all just works really, really well. And it's also helped by some great voice acting. The game also sounds pretty amazing. Like there's just a lot of little, there's like a lot of little sound effects that sound really good. It also has a pretty good score. It's nothing to write home about, but it works. But like I said, the game really stands out in its sound effects. The only thing that I will knock is the actual character models. They're not up to par with everything else in the game, but to be fair, they did kind of have a lower budget to work on, so they did have to cut some corners, and they're not terrible. It's just when everything else looks so good, the character models just kind of stick out a little bit. So as far as what you're actually doing in the game, as I said, you play as the ship's AI, and you can basically go around to different rooms in the spaceship, and there's like 2 to 3 cameras in the room, so you're basically hopping between cameras to get just a different angle on the room to try and solve whatever is going on in that room. And whenever you take back a system, you also solve a short little puzzle. They're usually not too difficult, although sometimes they'll add like a time constraint or something to ratchet up the tension of what you're trying to do, and that does help a little bit. But as I said, the puzzles are pretty easy, and I'm honestly okay with that because the main focus of this game is its story, and as I said, the story is really good. Some other things you can do, there's like little pods that you can take over, and it basically just allows you to roam around the space station without actually having to go back into your menu and select what room you want to go to. And the little pod also allows you to explore out in space, so you can actually see the entire ship from that angle, and it's honestly really cool. And also when you're looking around the room, you can find different documents that sometimes are full, sometimes they're not. You have to go into your memory core when you get all the pieces to piece them all together. And these can help flesh out the story of a little bit of the wider mystery that's going on right now, but it also allows you to dig into the characters more and to see what they're going through or what they were going through before whatever happened. I ain't gonna spoil it, but it's pretty neat. The one thing I will say is that sometimes it is a little difficult to actually navigate around the ship because you're just sitting there trying to find where you're supposed to go. But I will say as the game goes on, that does get a little easier, but not too much easier though, because it can be kind of confusing. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So now I'll get into my final thoughts. Observation is easily one of the best games I've played this year and one of the most unique gaming experiences I've had in a while. The perspective from which you play this game and what you're doing and how that all feeds into the tense and atmospheric story that the developers were trying to tell makes it a very great game, and I highly recommend that a lot of people play this. It takes about 6 to 8 hours, depending on if you want to find everything on the ship or not. And at $25, I would consider this a steal, actually. So, as I said, I would highly recommend getting this game. You definitely don't want to miss this one. Anyway, that is it for this game review. If you liked what you've seen, you can go ahead and like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more game reviews and all that other good gaming stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.